Hello everyone. So in our previous session we learned about the male reproductive system, which comprises of the testis, that is the primary sex organ, the second the duct system, and the third the accessory glands. Now whatever the glands they were associated, they were helping in movement of this particular sperm. Now the testis which is forming the sperm is actually having the cells which were termed as spermatogonia. So let's discuss the process of the gametogenesis. The gametogenesis is nothing but a process by which there is the formation of a gamete. Now genesis means formation and gameto means gamete formation. Similarly, if I talk of spermatogenesis, so it will be sperm formation. If I say oogenesis, so it will be the formation of the ovum. So we'll discuss about this particular spermatogenesis. So as we know that inner testis, which is actually a paired structure, since I have made a singular, so I have written testis. Okay. Now this testis contains the testicular lobules. There are 250 testicular lobules present inside a testis. These testicular lobules, they contain the seminiferous tubules, and in this seminiferous tubules we say there are three cells. The one which are going to form the sperms, the second the cells which are going to give nutrition to the sperms, and the third one the cells which are actually going to release a hormone which is finally helping the sperms to modify and as well as to give it a proper structure and have the information under it. So we have the first cells as in spermatogonia, and the process of spermatogenesis actually continues with this first cell, that is the spermatogonia. The spermatogonia is a cell which is formed by the germ cells. The cells which are forming the sperms are the germ cells, which this spermatogonia is diploid in number. This cell needs to get multiplied. See, in case of the males, what happens? The process of spermatogenesis actually occurs after puberty, which is a different case in case of the females. In case of a female, the production of the ovum, it begins when the female is in the form of a fetus. So it's quite different from this spermatogenesis. So in this case, the spermatogonia, when a male attains puberty, this undergoes a process known as a multiplication phase. And during its multiplication phase, it shows its growth also and gets mature. So this spermatogonia, it undergoes a process known as mitosis. And as you know, mitosis is the one in which what we say, the cells, they get increased in their number. If I have one cell, it will change into two. The two further will get into four, and that way. So by mitosis, the spermatogonia, they are going to form the primary spermatocyte. This primary spermatocyte is interestingly a cell which is again diploid in number, since it has been formed by the mitosis process. So we will get various 2 in number of cells which are nothing but your primary spermatocytes. Now these primary spermatocytes need to go meiosis 1. Meiosis 1 means it is undergoing meiosis, a reductional division. A primary spermatocyte now gets converted into a haploid cell, and this haploid cell is the secondary spermatocyte. Secondary spermatocyte. Now this secondary spermatocyte is a haploid structure, still not sperm formed. Now this undergoes a process known as meiosis 2. Meiosis 2, which results in the formation of 4 cells. And these all 4 cells are haploid in number. We started off with the diploid cells, the spermatogonia. undergoing mitosis resulting in primary spermatocyte formation, further undergoing meiosis 1 to form the secondary spermatocyte, undergoing meiosis 2, and the 4 haploid cells so formed, they are termed as spermatids. These are spermatids. These are not spermatozoa. These are not sperm actually. Now these spermatids, they will now modify. They will change their form. They will undergo a process known as conversion from spermatid to spermatozoa, and that is spermatogenesis. The whole process that we are discussing is known as spermatogenesis. And only the process where we say spermatids getting converted into spermatozoa is termed as spermatogenesis. Now this spermatid, when they are getting converted into spermatozoa, there is some change required. They need some nutrition, and that nutrition is actually provided by this group of cells, and this is known as Sertoli cells. So we have the testis, testicular lobules, seminiferous tubules, which have the spermatogonia undergoing a process of mitosis resulting, modifying, growing into primary spermatocytes. These spermatocytes, they form the secondary spermatocyte, which further form the spermatid, modify and get converted into spermatozoa. Now this is still not, a functional one. It's a functional thing, but what we say, it needs to move. So it embeds its head inside this particular Sertoli cell and gets the nutrition, and this is a process known as spermiation. Now spermiation will be done. The spermatids, they have converted into spermatozoa. So here what we say, the 4 sperms, they have been formed. These all 4 sperms, they are haploid in nature. These haploid sperms, they need to move now. Now that movement will be actually guided from the which structure? Seminiferous tubule into the retetestis. From retetestis they will be moving to the vas efferentia. From there to epididymis. From there to vas deferens. So like this way they are actually following the passage. So this is actually guided by a hormone, a group of hormones known as androgens. And these androgens, if I talk of, now one of that androgen is testosterone. What we say? Testis secretes testosterone. Now it's not the testis actually it is secreting. It is a cell which is present in the interstitial space, and this cell is termed as an Leydig cell, or we call it as an interstitial cell. And this interstitial cell is going to secrete this androgen, and this androgen is a group of hormones, and of that particular group of hormones is a hormone known as testosterone, which aids in the formation of this sperm. So apart from this particular process of male reproductive system, we should also know what is a sperm. What is the structure of a sperm? So let's draw the diagram of a sperm and understand what it actually contains.